Hello there, Eddie Mercado here with BloodyElbow.com, and today I will be speaking with Combate Americas atomweight Kyra Batara, as she is headed to Combate Americas 19 in San Antonio, Texas, to take on Paulina Granados. So let's give Kyra a call and find out what she's been up to since her last fight in Miami, Florida. Find out how her trip was for Copa Combate down in Cancun, Mexico, and maybe what she has in store for San Antonio, Texas. Mrs. Kyra Batara,
Hey,
how are you?
how are you doing? I'm doing great. Just got done with my last sparring session, so ready
Awesome.
to just relax and get this weight off now.
I understand. Thanks so much for taking out the time to speak with me. You are currently 4-0 under the Combate promotion, and you are headed to Combate Americas 19 on December 1st, this Friday. What are your thoughts?
I am so excited. This fight's been a long time coming. We both knew that this fight was just a matter of time when they decided to make it happen. We're both real disappointed that it's not a title fight, being that we are the women with the most wins under the Combate banner. Things didn't work out the way that we wanted, but I think it's still going to be a really great fight. Paulina's 2-0 under the banner. I'm 4-0 under the banner. There's going to be fireworks in Texas.
So, I was down in Cancun for Copa Combate, the one-night
I
eight-man
missed you.
tournament. Yeah, you were down there, and I didn't get to cross paths with you. But how was your trip down there? What'd you think of Cancun?
It was short. I didn't want to be there too long just because of training. I'm also an assistant coach for my brother's wrestling team this season. He's a freshman, so I know that I need to sacrifice some of my time to really cater to him too, just because he is my main training partner. He's my little brother. He's my best friend. So as much as he's there for me, I need to be there for him as well. So I was only there. I flew in Friday. I was there for the fight Saturday and then flew right back home Sunday morning. I was busy all day Saturday. They called me in as soon as I got to the hotel, did an interview, went to bed, woke up at 8 a.m., did another interview, back to the hotel, another interview, and then I was at the fights. So, I mean, I didn't really get to enjoy Cancun, but, next time.
Next time for sure. But what did you think of the fight? It's kind of exciting, right? A one-night eight-man tournament.
It was so much fun. I'm friends with a few of those guys. I'm really good friends with Ricky, who didn't get a fight, so that was super disappointing. It happens, but I think that's great that Combate really put their foot down. They said, look, you need to make weight. It's important that this is your job. You need to take it seriously. And to miss weight by, I think, 8-9 pounds, it's a lot. It's a lot of weight, and it's a big tournament. It's a lot of money. So I thought that was good for Campbell to decide that on the spot. But freaking out of nowhere, the alternate is the one that takes it all. So I know everyone was banking off John to bring it home, but those were some exciting fights. I was really happy with the way that the guys really brought everything to the table that night.
Yeah, everyone seemed to bring it for sure. Now, what'd you think of the atomweight bout that went on? Lizbeth, she kind of put on a nice little exciting show against Sheila Padilla. What'd you think of that?
I actually was really impressed with Sheila's jiu-jitsu. And then Lisbeth just, she brought it, though. She wanted it, and you could tell, she was hungry. And I really like her style. What they're saying is that was the title contender fight. So she won it, and now it's up to me and Paulina to decide who's going to be that title fight in February for Combate's first ever atomweight championship. Okay,
that's definitely exciting. Do you think we will see a female tournament sometime in the near future for Combate Americas?
That's what they're talking about. I know that Campbell's all about the big show and lots of fireworks, what's going to bring everyone. But if there is, I don't want to participate in it. I'm not about the tournament style. I do jiu-jitsu, I do wrestling. But as far as fighting in a tournament, I don't know how I feel about that. I prefer my one fight. I'm good. I still want to do jiu-jitsu tournaments. I really plan on doing else because not only are you fighting 4 times in one night if you do go to the finals, but the time frame that they started those fights, those guys are fighting around midnight. And so just to put your body through that go all out for 10 minutes or 5 minutes and then take an hour rest and then go right back at it, take an hour rest. And so getting you used to that and training for that's real hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the last time we saw you was Combate Classico down in Miami, Florida. A very exciting fight with Vanessa Rico Fernandez. You finally got the match after it was canceled the first time around. You ended up overcoming some early adversity and caught a very beautiful armbar there in the second round. What'd you think of your performance?
I wasn't happy with my performance in that fight with my first round. I think that the time zones were kind of messing me up. Backstage, I slept like almost the whole night. Like we got there at 5 and I was co-main event and I slept that whole time. So I feel like I got out there, I didn't get a good sweat in before the fight. So you could tell in the first round I got dropped a few times and that wasn't me out there. But then the second round I came back and I was like, all right, I'm in a fight. I need to wake up now. And I'm happy with my finish. I'm happy with my armbar. I've been saying it again and again that I'm ready for my brown belt. I'm just proving to Eddie that I deserve my brown belt. So I know it's coming. I've been working real hard on my jiu-jitsu, working on cool new finishes for this fight. I always try to one-up it. So be looking forward to a cool finish for this next fight.
Well, speaking of cool finishes, the way you caught the armbar was pretty unique. You know, usually you'll see people, they'll throw the leg around and then they fall backwards with the arm. But you didn't fall back at all. You kind of stayed in like an S-mount kind of position and you were like on your knees as you pulled the arm bar. Can you kind of speak on the actual technique itself there? Because it's no ordinary arm bar.
Yeah, I've actually never done that arm bar before in my life. Kind of did that on the spot, and I tend to do that in my fights. I get in these positions where my coaches are yelling at me in my fight, like, what are you doing? Don't do that! Don't do that! And same thing happened with my cartwheel pass against Nick DeLee back in September. I was in the open guard, and they're like, what are you doing? You need to pass! Hit the cartwheel pass, and then this one, I was about to hit the arm bar, and they're like, what are you doing? You can't fall back. The cage is right there. And I felt it. I don't know. There's just something inside me when I get in that cage, and I'm like, all right, I know it's there. I know it's there. And sure enough, as soon as I stepped over, the arm was so straight, and there was nowhere for her to go. A lot of people thought it was an early tap, but anybody that I do the move to, and I explain exactly how it was working, how both her arms were just trapped and she had nowhere to go, they're like, okay, that makes sense. That was a pretty cool finish, but I feel like it was the best thing for her. She's a real strong girl. I was surprised with her strength, so being that I got that topside armbar was the best bet for that fight.
Now, she did manage to drop you there in the first round. Were you surprised a little bit at her stand-up?
I was. She's known for her wrestling and her judo, and so I knew that she didn't want to go to the ground with me. She has really strong judo, but she knows I'm a great jiu-jitsu fighter. I'm a great wrestler. And so she did try to hit me with the fireman's. It wasn't working for her, so I knew she was just going to try to take my head off. And same thing with this fight coming up. Like, I just have, like, bad blood with these girls. So she was already pissed off at me, Vanessa, for when I missed weight back in February. You could tell in weigh-in, she got in my face. So I knew she was going to come into the fight with a lot of emotion. And sure enough, as soon as that bell rang, she was running across the cage trying to rip my head off. I think that the best part of my style is that I keep my composure, I keep my cool, and I know exactly what to do in those situations.
Okay, now, what is it about this bad blood? Why do you keep getting into it with these females? Paulina Granados, she's on your plate right now, this Friday night. Where did the bad blood come from? Why the animosity?
It's funny, Eric Holden actually made this article, and it was like, how Kyra Batara became the most hated women of MMA. And then Campbell comes up with this video on Instagram, like, Kyra's arrogant, and I'm like, I've never been called arrogant. I've never been known as, like, a hated person. And so I don't know how this really came about, but, I'm sticking to what I know. I'm sticking to my small group of friends, my small group. I have my dad and my mom cornering me, and people don't like it. People think it's weird. People talk their smack about it, say that I'm overhyped, but I've been working my ass off since I was 13 years old. I've been in the gym, and this is all I know. I know my mom's there, my dad's there, my brother's there, and I have that support. I have the finishes because it's exactly what I do. This is what I eat, breathe, sleep. Is martial arts. This is all we do. This is all my family knows. And a lot of people just tell me like I'm a spoiled brat, but this is their life, and this is the lifestyle that I've built around, and it's working for me. So I'm gonna stick to it.
Okay, I dig it. I think it's interesting for sure. It makes the fights a little more exciting, or at least the build up to the fights. The fights are usually exciting on their own.
I'm real surprised that she hasn't been talking any smack anymore. Like, all before this fight, it was nonstop Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and, like, ever since even before I signed the contract, like, oh, Kyra signed the contract already. And as soon as I signed the contract, she went ghost. So,
interesting.
Paulina, better bring it.
Well, I will be speaking with her tomorrow, so maybe we'll see what that's all about, and maybe she's had a change of heart and she's just strictly business now, or maybe she's saving it for the cage. We don't know. We'll find out though, for sure.
We'll find out.
So Paulina's last fight, she picked up a unanimous decision. You actually commentated that fight.
Yeah.
It was pretty exciting. She did eat some punches, but she got a whole lot of takedowns. Exercised a lot of control. What'd you think of that performance?
See, that's why I asked Campbell, can I fight Jenna Sorillo for my last fight that I had to pull out of. It was a really great fight. I was really impressed with Jenna's striking in that fight that forced Paulina to go into more of a wrestling base for that fight. And I wanted it. I wanted to prove that I could finish Jenna, that they went to decision and I could finish Jenna. Unfortunately, I pulled up a foot injury. I had to pull out of that fight. But so maybe that fight will happen later down the road. But seeing Paulina's wrestling, it was nice to see a different style from her last fight with Stephanie, which I also commentated for. But I think she's gonna do the same game plan that she had with Stephanie, just keeping it on the feet. I think she knows that I'm gonna win on the ground. So regardless of how great her wrestling may have seemed in that fight, I'm still the better wrestler. I'm still better on the ground, and she knows that's exactly where I want to take the fight.
Okay, now, how do you think this fight's going to go down exactly? You think she's going to keep it standing, but you think, how much of the fight do you think will actually be spent on the feet?
I don't know. I think that we're gonna get in a scrap. She's fast. I'm fast. We both move a lot. We're small. We're atomweights. I think atomweights are one of the most entertaining weight classes there are. But I gotta tell you, I'm gonna take it to the ground. Like, there's no way that she's gonna stop my takedowns.
Okay, awesome. Now, do you have any kind of specific prediction? I know you like to one up your finishes, so to speak. Do you have anything in mind, or let us into something that you might have in store for her?
I have 2 top secret finishes that I've been working on. If you study 10th Planet, you might have a clue of what I've been doing. If you follow me on Snapchat, you can figure out what those submissions are. Follow me, Mogwai_KB, or on Instagram at Kyra Batara. I've been posting all my secrets there. Not going to say them out loud.
Hey, that's an excellent strategy, we'll say. Now, let me ask you this: how does a fighter make it through a holiday like Thanksgiving, being around all the potatoes and the gravy and all the fixings, and still be disciplined and come in ready to make weight the following week?
Yeah, I've been asked that so many times this fight camp, and the funny thing is I those Facebook memories that pop up. So my Facebook memories pop up, and it goes back 5 years of Thanksgiving, cutting weight, Thanksgiving in the gym, Thanksgiving last sparring session. So ever since I was 13 years old, this is all I know. I'm a wrestler, and so every year with wrestling, we always had a tournament. Numerous times I've had a fight coming up. I don't think I've celebrated Thanksgiving in 6-7 years.
Oh, wow.
So it's just, I'm so used to it. Now my brother is in high school, so he actually had a tournament the next day, and so he was cutting weight with me. It's so normal for us. It's just a good day to be with my family and remember how thankful I am for them and really get to appreciate them, because I'm not focusing on my food. I'm just focusing on my family time, really. So I know Thanksgiving can be crazy. Everyone's focused on Black Friday and eating lots of good food. But with me, like, I'm forced to not eat. So it's like I'm just so appreciative of everything that my family has to offer me and everything that they're doing to support me. My dad hit 3 sessions with me that day, so
Oh, wow, that's
I'm
awesome.
beyond thankful for that.
Cool, that's definitely awesome. Now, what would you want next? Of course, we talked about Liz Beth. She won her fight impressively down in Cancun, Mexico. Is that what's next on your plate potentially, or you got other ideas, or?
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. That's what they announced, is that this is the title contender fight, and that was the title contender fight. So whoever wins this between me and Paulina is going to be up for the title in LA in February.
Exciting. That's definitely exciting. Well, who are some of your sponsors or people that are helping you out in your journey that you want to give a special shout out to?
Lana's Egg Whites. I've been killing my egg whites this camp. Sweet Sweat with their sports research. The MCT oil has been amazing. Zip Fizz, Palmer Electric, Rev Gear, Holy Sheets, Pure Nutrition. Finally got a nutrition company to sponsor me, and it's been great. Taking those reds and greens has really been pushing me through my fight camp. I just want to thank UFC Gym Green Valley. That's where I work at, and they're letting me train there every single day. I'm there 2-3 times a day, as well as True Fusion. I'm also working over there. So if you're in Vegas, want a good workout, I'm also a boxing coach over there. And I just want to thank the Coronado high school wrestlers. Being back in that high school wrestling room, it's a different level of grind, and you never know how hard you can push yourself until you get into a high school wrestling room.
Fair enough. Well, how about one more time give us all your social media handles so we can follow you along and like all your posts and find out what these top secret moves are on Snapchat and stuff.
Yeah, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is all at Kyra Batara. And then my Snapchat is at Mogwai_KB. Follow me, follow my journey, follow my weight cut. I'm close to weight, but those last few days start going crazy a little bit. So add me, talk to me. I always respond. You guys can see my top secret moves as well.
Awesome. Well, Kyra Batara, thank you so much for taking out the time once again. Paulina Granados is in your crosshairs this Friday night, San Antonio, Texas, Combate Americas 19. Best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
So there you have it. Combate Americas atomweight, Kyra Batara, set to take on Paulina Granados at Combate Americas 19. That's going down this Friday night. Go check it out. In the meantime, you can read me over at bloodyelbow.com. You can follow me on Twitter at @Mercado. If you like this interview, smash the like button. Subscribe to my channel right here. Subscribe to Bloody Elbow's YouTube channel right there. Check out these interviews right there. Now go be a good person.